Kgay 106.5, the pride of the valley, and I am proud to have on the line right now Kippy Marks, who is a fantastic violinist. If you haven't heard him play, well, you're about to, but you'll also be having a chance to hear him as part of our Kgay virtual summer concert series. He'll be on Sunday night at 5 o'clock. Tickets are available at eventbrite.com, and you search on Kgay. First of all, welcome to the air, Kippy. Thanks for being here today.
Oh, thank you so much, Ben. It is a pleasure to be here. Hello, everyone in Kgay land.
And they're all saying hello back to you. Every single listener just said, I don't know if you felt this wave of love you're up in the Bay.
I did.
You're in the Bay Area.
Yes, I am. I am calling you from beautiful San Francisco.
Beautiful, not just regular San Francisco, but beautiful San Francisco. Which
even with everything going on, it's still beautiful.
Yeah. Well, San Francisco is no stranger to pandemic and no stranger to epidemic. I remember being in San Francisco at the height of the AIDS epidemic and it being a bit bleak on the street, but still there was this scrappy energy and this sort of can-do attitude everywhere you turned. Like, this is not going to beat us. And I imagine it must be something similar now with coronavirus.
It is very, very much similar. There's a lot of changes that have happened, and you are correct. I mean, San Francisco has been through something like this before with the AIDS epidemic, and so we kind of have an idea of what to expect and how to be able to accommodate our community as a whole to get through these things. And we all work together, and because we're all in it together, and that's one of the things I love so much about San Francisco and the community here is that reason alone, that they do come together, and in these troubled times, we'll get through it. We will get through it.
Now, you are a professional violinist up there in San Francisco, but your career path, your trajectory is different from some other professional musicians. You're not with a symphony orchestra or that sort of organization. You do your own thing. What does a typical day look like for you in terms of just living and your musicality as well?
Well, what I do on a typical day, I get up, I give thanks, first of all, for getting up. Getting up and being alive every day is such a blessing. And then I figure out on my calendar what I have going on. With COVID, I've been doing a lot of virtual preparation, a lot of virtual shows, and putting music out there in that way. I do a lot of live feeds through my Facebook feed. But I haven't done it in about a month because of all the protests and things that were going on.
Uh-huh.
My energy has shifted a little bit with that, but usually starting in this month, literally, is when I'm actually getting back into the circuit again of doing a lot of live performance feeds from my home here in San Francisco. And I just play music and playing as much music as I can and inspiring people to have just a little more joy in their day. It really does make my day go much, much, much better. I do have a couple of students that I am teaching. We are practicing social distancing, of course, but I'm still being able to teach these people how the passion of the violin, which is what I love teaching, and getting the spirit full of the joy of music.
It must be a treat for your neighbors who get to listen in from time to time.
It absolutely is, and it's great that you say that, because right next door to me, to the right of me, there is a little girl who plays violin, and she listens, and she's inspired by me, and she's just like, I just love when you play. She likes it when I play the Beatles. She's like, I like the Beatles songs that you do and stuff. So she has some favorites that she likes. But yes, all the neighbors around get a wonderful concert, and my housemates, they absolutely love it. They just were like, oh, thank you very much.
I bet. Yes. Let's listen to something that's I don't know if it's just released or it's going to be coming out. It's from an album which I needed you to explain to me in our pre-interview. You broke it down for me. I'll have you do it for the listeners right now. It's called TCOI Book 5 Justify, which sounds like, I don't know, a rocket or something, but TCOI, I guess that's about your instrument itself, yes?
Yes, absolutely. TCOI stands for The Chronicles of Isabella. And Isabella is my 1822 Johann Hohensteiner Stradivarius violin.
Oh,
and
wow.
She is just a phenomenal piece of wood that sings her voice in love and lots of love. So I started writing all my albums based on her. So the book one started out with To the Mountaintop, and we are now at book 5, To Justify. And the theme to justify is not having any reason. We as individuals don't have to have a reason to justify the way we love each other. We just have to love each other. There's no justification needed. Although in these times, to justify loving each other is what's needed to keep us above the waterline of drowning in all the hate and all the mongering and stuff that goes on in the world. And Isabella is a very integral part of that. And the Justify, this album, then it warms my soul, and the energy is fantastic, and the love that is going to be pouring out in the next couple of months. And on Sunday, also for this concert, it's going to be fantastic. I'm just so excited.
We are going to talk about that some more. I am excited for it, too. I'm going to get to be hosting you, which will be exciting for me. Let's listen, though, right now to TCOI Book 5, Justify, and a cut called Cue the Music. This is Kgay Marks, Kgay. That is violinist Kgay Marks, Kgay 1065, The Pride of the Valley, from TCOI Book 5, Justify, named for his beloved Stradivarius violin. Kgay Marks, wow. Now, you're going to be sharing, you do rock and roll, you do jazz, you do classical, you do what some would call new age. Is there any genre that you, I mean, I've even heard you take on a kind of a country twang at times. Is there any genre that you haven't played?
Well, I have not done gospel yet, which I'm working on.
Okay.
That's a really good one. I haven't done like the alternative type feel, space music type thing. I've done a little bit of that with the Slow Project, but nothing. It's been a while since I've done that, and I'm hoping to play on some backup violin on some upcoming artists and coming up in the future, and we're keeping the fingers crossed, and we just let the universe do what they do, and I'm a believer in the love of the universe, supplying the energy for all of its children, and I look forward to playing different types, more genres than I can think of. But I really would like to do a full-fledged country western album. I think it would be really, really good.
I would buy it. That's for sure.
And I can sing. I mean, I do have a pretty good voice, and I'm from Texas, raised in Texas, so I got that little twang in my voice if I necessary.
All right. Yes. I don't know if we're going to get to hear you sing or not on Sunday afternoon, but we're doing our Kgay virtual concert series, and you are kicking it off, and we're really honored to have you do that. It's going to be Sunday at 5 o'clock. Tickets are $20, and they benefit local musicians here in the Coachella Valley who are really struggling during the COVID crisis, because obviously the venues are not there for them to perform and to meet the audience. So we're bringing the music to the people to the music, and putting a few dollars in folks' pockets. Tell me a little bit about what you're going to be doing on Sunday afternoon, because you're describing it to me, and it sounds very exciting.
Yes, on Sunday, I will be singing. There are several songs on this new album that have vocals in it. One of them is called "Lift It Up to Burn It Down," and when I'm literally talking about all the stuff that's going on in today's society, where we tend to lift up our love, lift up the light so much, and sometimes we have to burn it down in order to start over again, in order to come and resurgence. So that's one song that I'm actually going to be singing on Sunday. And then you heard Cue the Music, which was inspired a little bit of the melody by Sheila E. And there's a little hook in there that inspired me.
Yeah.
Because some of the artists that I grew up with, they were such inspiration to me in how I end up creating and composing the music. So Cue the Music is one that was inspired by local artists, and then I'm going to be doing another one that I really, really love called "You Are the Diamond in My Eye," and that song is so beautiful. I had the opportunity to play it for the mayor, not once, not twice, but 3 times now, of San Francisco.
Wow. And
it's such a beautiful song, and you'll see that on Sunday. You'll see me perform that, and I call it my twirl song because I twirl, 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 and it's so happy. It's so happy, and I will be performing this concert in beautiful Moraga, California. It's in the East Bay, and I have some friends who have this wonderful backyard, and they've agreed to let me put on a concert there. So we're going to be outside, and it's going to be full of fresh air, so that the people that are watching and listening can actually get a little bit of the effervescence of being outside and not being inside, being stuck inside like most of us are. So
Indeed.
I'm hoping that this concert will inspire people to just be able to enjoy a little bit of the outside, even though they're not necessarily outside.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that works.
It's going to be an HD with high fidelity sound, and we're really excited. We're working out all the technical aspects right now. It's, we're a little radio station here in Podunk, Palm Springs. I don't mean to diminish us, but we're taking on this aggressive concert schedule, and we're just thrilled to have you starting it up. If people want to get tickets to hear Kgay Marks, it's this Sunday at 5 p.m. to 6 p.m., and it's $20. You go to eventbrite.com. That's BRITE, eventbrite.com, and search on Kgay. And Kgay, you entertain people in the meantime and continue being excellent and beautiful. And I'll be talking to you on Sunday evening.
I'm so looking forward to sharing with everybody the wonderful joy of music and to just let yourself go for an hour. Just come and
Yes.
have a good time and get your tickets right away. Get your
Yes.
tickets right away and support all the local artists that are in your area and abroad because, music does heal and it balances out our souls and it will help everyone. It will help everyone. I have no doubt.
Kgay 106.5, the Pride of the Valley.